Don't ever fly no female out, man.
Look at that.
Man, don't ever fly no female out, man. Look at her. Got her bag and everything.
And I do.
Look.
Gonna go home.
I'm not paying for her another flight. She's just gonna end up having to get.
What? Yes, you are. You flew me out here. You're gonna send me back home.
I am not sending you back nowhere. This don't even make no sense.
And you are.
Then look where we at. Y'all see this? Came and picked her up from there.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if he flew you out there, hold on, man. What do you mean? What do you mean he's gonna fly you back home? How are you gonna enforce that? Listen, man. If y'all have determined that this ain't gonna work, why are you still even around this woman? So now you done got into a spat about who's gonna fly who back home. The longer you stay with her now at this point, where you all have that discrepancy, accusations, all type of stuff could happen. I'm glad he's recording this, but I'm just thinking of the entitlement to you're going to tell somebody what they're going to do after you all have already established that clearly it's not working out. See, what you should have done preemptively is you should have made sure that you got a round trip flight to begin with, and then you wouldn't have to worry about this. But I guess you just decided you were just going to check the vibe and stay down there as long as basically the vibe, allowed it. But now you see how you ended up, and I'm just trying to understand how she thinks she's going to force this grown man for what he's going to pay for is what I'm trying to understand.
Yes, you are. You flew me out here. You're going to send me back home.
I am not sending you back nowhere. This don't even make no sense.
And you are.
Then look where we at. Y'all see this? Came and picked her up from the airport. She ain't trying to give me nothing.
I'm not. I came here for a good time, not a long time. Hello, somebody.
And then she catfished me. She ain't tell me she was this tall. Look.
Wow, it's not my fault that you're short. Okay,
wow.
She's talking about I'm short.
But
That's
not my problem.
I bet you I got something big in these pants.
Barely problem.
Just look at her. Look at her. Look. Just look. Look.
What?
Look.
What about
Hold on.
it?
Wait a minute.
What?
Let me see.
What?
Is she bad or not?
Don't play with me, and I am. Is you short or not?
Oh my God. See, this run off on her ass.
Look at that.
Man, don't ever fly no female.
Hey TikTok, don't mind my hair, but quick story time. I'm having the worst time of.
Let me address that for a second. Listen, I'm gonna be quick too. Listen, man. We got to stop with all this, what we got in our pants and all this type of stuff, man. Have a little tact. Goodness gracious. We just say the most vulgar and atrocious things that really don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. That's not important. You don't got no control over that. I want to see people, and especially men, start bragging about things they've actually done instead of something that they was just born with that they didn't have no control over. I don't think that's cute. Brag about your capability. Brag that you are actually a thorough person based off of your actions and deeds, and not your lower extremity, my guy. That just really makes you seem very immature. You're probably a father. You're going to be a grandfather. I hope you ain't going to still be talking like that. That really doesn't matter. Get out here and start competing with the rest of the world and ultimately just becoming as capable as possible and as successful as possible and brag about that. Y'all, before we get back into it, though, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's really just a click. It's really just a click. And, if you're here anyway, you might as well just click that like button. And then also, if you could hype as well. The caption says, woman got flued out to Chicago only to be treated to a White Castle meal.
Hey TikTok, don't mind my hair, but quick story time. I'm having the worst time of my life, literally. I flew all the way to Chicago to meet a man who was supposed to take me on a date. I've been here for 2 days. We haven't been on a date or anything. So I asked him, are we going to do something? Because, I only have a 4-day trip. He gets so annoyed. He was like, I took many girls on dates. I took them skating. I took them shopping. And it got me nowhere where those girls at now. He was like, I'm not taking you on a date. You can get to know me right here in my house. And I'm just like, huh? So in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe we'll get to know each other, and then eventually, we could go out and still do stuff. He was like, what's wrong with us chilling in the house watching TV? And I'm just like, I don't have a problem with it, but it's like, show some interest. And he was basically like, well, I booked your flight. That's the interest. This is what he feeding me. This is what he fed me. It's crazy. Hey,
Hold
this is
on. Oh, oh. Oh man, hold on.
your flight. That's the interest.
Oh,
This is what he feed.
oh man, this brother right here. This a cold brother, man. This one cold young dude. Hey, and you know what's crazy? Funny enough, he'll probably still get better treatment and better outcomes than the dude that would have took you to Roof Chris, if we're just being honest, and if we're honest about what we see in society, because she's still there, ain't she? She's still there, ain't she? If this doesn't meet your standards, then leave. But what I want to know is what possessed you. She looks young. What possessed you to just want to just fly out to a stranger's house and just be good with staying there for 4 days and you've never met this person in person? You've never met this person in person. And that is basically the gist of the fly out culture to begin with. You're basically just flying out, being flown out by strangers, and then you're staying with them as if you're already familiar with them and as if you've actually spent quality time with them and actually know them. And these are vulnerable, I guess, women who are deciding to put themselves in these situations. And I'm not going to act like I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to act like I don't know that it's normal and that, it's just that crazy. I ain't going to act like it's just that crazy. Like I'm just that out of touch of what's going on. Yeah, we live in a society now where, I mean, the same way you can DoorDash food, you can DoorDash everything. It's kind of crazy. Just from a DM, just from a message. And it can be right at your doorstep that instant. And, you don't have no leverage anymore. You're already there. And this dude, and he giving you chicken nuggets and mozzarella sticks from Sonic or whatever. And this is what's going to sustain you. And he's saying, we just going to chill. I.e., what that means is y'all just going to, you know, do what they do when on a flown out trip. And that's all. And that's basically what it is. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's already gotten what he wanted. And that's why he was just able to just be like, oh, I'm chilling now. And so y'all making these decisions, acting like y'all don't understand what's going on just because of what you like and what, tingles your fancy. And so you putting yourself in these situations. The caption says that first meeting after being flued out.
So did you enjoy yourself?
Yep.
Are you gonna stay like you said?
Yeah. Unless there's an emergency or something, and I gotta go.
Brother,
Well,
cut your losses,
let me
brother.
know.
Yep, sure will.
Send me a postcard.
Sure will. See ya.
He said, send me a postcard. Oh, he was still there too. Y'all, did y'all see that? I gotta blow it up. Look at him. Look at him. Goofball. Come on, what are you doing, man? See, and this is why you gotta just be real selective about who you take advice from, even from our young guys. Cause it'll be a dude like this, older in age, that'll be like trying to give you advice on how to treat women. And this is how he looking online. No dignity. Just following behind a woman. And really, what it shows is no social awareness. Brother, I don't know what you said to this woman, which maybe you just said something that was the truth, because I've noticed a lot of people don't like to hear the truth these days. And they really just don't like a man that just says what it is and is direct, which is a direct characteristic and trait of being a man, but they're not really used to that anymore. So now it's actually become weird to them or whatever, and it just kills the vibe or whatever. And see, I'm quick to say I'm not a vibe. No, I'm not a vibe. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. I'm just I'm just a man. I'm what it is to be a man, honestly. Like what you think about, yeah, that's me. So that's not really going to conform with a lot of things you may be used to today and in this modern environment. Yeah, I'm old school with it. I'm a very nostalgic guy too. But ultimately, guess what? That's going to come with you just finding out that you and a woman just don't mesh, just don't click. And that's really a blessing for you, as well as, hey, apparently for her. I don't think it's going to work out in the long run as far as it being a blessing, because that's actually what you need. You don't need somebody that's going to tell you everything you want to hear just so they can try to get with you and, give you happy years. But here's the thing, you following behind her. And this is what I mean as far as like giving advice to the younger guys. Because listen, dude, you don't got no social awareness. She's done. At this point, you just embarrassing yourself. It was embarrassing to watch. I'm not going to lie. That was cringy. You just following behind this woman. And I bet everybody out there was looking at you like you was crazy. Like, this just looks crazy. And honestly, I can't even say it was her fault about this whole thing being a scene. I don't even know if she was wrong for recording you. I usually would say, why are you recording people? But I'm going to be real. If she made it very clear with her actions and her mannerisms that she no longer wanted any part to do with you, and you still chasing after her and you keep saying these things when it's clear that she's not interested, she was probably right to record you because you're in public and there's a lot of people around and you're still subjecting yourself to that, and you're still ultimately following behind somebody who's making it clear that they're trying to get away from you. So you need to get it together, man. I don't know what's going on, why you can't pick up on that, but that's weird. And I'm glad it wasn't dark out and only y'all two, because I don't know what you was trying to do. And a nigga agreed on that. It just looks crazy. The optics look crazy. The caption says, "Stop letting men fly you out if you don't have the money, and if you don't want to be intimate with them." Okay, well, let's see. Oh my fucking god! I agree with that though. Why are you letting people fly you out to another location on a one-way ticket? Really, it wouldn't even matter, because if you're gonna be there for a few days, if something don't work out, you're gonna have to get a hotel, maybe a car, maybe a Uber back to the airport because they're not gonna pay for it. So why are you flying out if you don't have money ultimately? That does not make sense. You broke getting flew out. Oh my fucking god! I'm literally so sick of these fucking Atlanta niggas, bro. This nigga done sat here and flew me the fuck out, talking about, oh, come out here, I want to take care of you, and this, and that, and shit. And I made sure that we had a good understanding before I literally fucking came here on what we both wanted, and the nigga agreed on that, and then this nigga gonna put me out and leave me by myself because I didn't want to suck his dick. I'm not gonna play the whole video, but long story short, he put her out the car with her belongings still in the car because she didn't want to give him head. So yeah, there's that. I don't know how many times it has to be said, but you should not be flying out to see a man and you don't have any money. Period, point blank. And on top of that, if a man is flying you out, he should be sending you the money. If he's saying, okay, book a flight, he should not be booking the flight on your behalf. He should be sending you the money and you book it through your email, through your information. So the confirmation is going to you so you can change it as needed. If you're flying out to see that man, he needs to be sending you the money to book a hotel. You don't need to be staying at his house. To book a hotel in your name, you have the money in your account, so you can cancel and move it around as needed. You should not be giving this man full control. I'm not even a fan of women getting. Well, if you're not giving them full control, just don't give them no control. See, y'all, y'all want to give them the control as far as them paying the money to get you there, but you're saying don't give them full control. Just, I think what would totally and absolutely protect you is just don't give them no control. If you want to go down there so bad, just literally go down there on your dime and do it your way. So you can afford, you should be able to afford that. Otherwise, if you can't afford to do it on your dime and in your way, then it wouldn't work. Because if you can't find nobody in your area, because that's what's messing up dating to begin with. People using the worldwide dating market in order to date instead of just getting with the people in their area. And so if you can't find people in your area that bad that you want to just date traditionally by flights, then still do it the normal way you would do in your area. In your area, wouldn't you? Well, people would nowadays, but how it's supposed to be typically, you wouldn't be staying at the house of the guy that you just went on a date with if they were in your area. But all of a sudden, certain rules don't apply if you getting flew out. All of a sudden, safety and all these other, see, you'll tell a dude, oh, I don't know you like that on the first date if it's in your state, as far as going and spending the night at their house after. Now, that could depend. That could depend who you're dealing with. But in general, that's kind of the rule. But the rules go out the window when it comes to just changing the format, is what I find, is what we find. So people make exceptions for what they want to make exceptions for, is ultimately what we see. And even in that case, although typically people wouldn't go home on the first date, for exceptions, they would. So there is no rules to this stuff. Just say that. So now what we have to do is we have to address the safety part, and we have to address the part as far as you feeling stuck and stranded. Now, when we address that, the way that you will mitigate against that is you make sure that you can do it on your dime, and you will be just fine. But a lot of the enticement of wanting to even indulge in this in the first place is getting basically a free all expense trip. So in these dating situations, it's really not even about getting to know the man or getting to know each other to begin with. I would say on the woman's side, their incentive because they just want to get a free all expense trip. And on the guy's side, they look at it as, okay, if I'm paying this money, but I know I'm gonna get some guaranteed, you know what, once they get here. And if they stay here for a few days, then that's gonna be consistent over a few days too. So that's just what it is.
Gentlemen moving around as needed. You should not be giving this man full control. I'm not even a fan of women getting flued out unless y'all are in an established relationship and y'all are just long distance. Okay, a man who is flying you out to his city is because he wants to get you isolated so he can have control. Okay, he's trying to get you in a situation where you're vulnerable, where you're uncomfortable, you don't have anybody to call to come get you, you don't have any money, you don't have a car. He's going back to his house at the end of the night. He's going to lay his head on his pillow in his home. And now you're trying to figure things out. He doesn't take no L, you do. Just like this situation, he's isolated you.
I don't think that it's the isolation thing. Stop trying to paint people to just be these just evil people. Ma'am, it's just what I just said. It's really both people trying to capitalize off the other person in an egregious way. It's the woman trying to capitalize by getting a free trip and being able to go do all these free experiences, right? It's basically a free vacation to go somewhere because y'all love traveling. And for the guy, he's looking at it as he's going to get free tail by you coming down. So both people know that. And so then what you see is both people exploit their leverage against that. You'll see the women holding out on whatever. And then you also see in the situation of the chicken nuggets, the dude decided to hold out on whatever, even though he probably did pay for the ticket though. So he had a little skin in the game. He was invested and he was trying to hold out because he was invested. Or maybe he had already got what he wanted. And then in his mind, either he got it and so he just felt satisfied at that point, or maybe to him, it didn't meet his expectations. And then he didn't want to come out anymore. It's just, it's the environment that we live in now. It's pretty wild. But for me, the way that I am, I just accept things for what they are. I just accept things for what they are, and I accept things that I have ultimately zero control over, honestly. The caption says, flew out and threw out within the first 2 minutes. Flew out and threw out within the first 2 minutes. Picked her up from the airport. She says, shopping spree. The man says, nope, not today. Dropped her right back off. Expectations? Crushed. Agreement? Violated. And then it said he better be careful nowadays. They label this as traffic. That's what they label this as. I don't know if I could say that on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. Human traffic. Wow. Yeah, that's what they label that as. If you fly somebody out. Interesting.
How you get flown out, ladies.
First class flight. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good,
To see you.
good,
You
good.
look good. Y'all, he's a lot shorter than what I remember on FaceTime. Let me see. Got me out the city.
That's another thing you have to like keep in mind too in these situations. You know how? Hey, listen, we live in the AI age. You f around, you could take a whole AI picture. So honestly, doing this type of stuff is real dangerous today because you fly somebody out and they done AI catfished you. See, it used to just be catfish. They just take them up close, or maybe they would use somebody else's picture. Now they can actually AI catfish you. Cause I done seen what some of this AI can do. This AI can make videos. They have people doing pranks where they'll take a picture of somebody and then they'll then make a video of that person doing whatever they want it to do. And then the people don't even believe it. They're like, I did that. It's pretty wild.
I remember on FaceTime. Let me see. Got me out the city.
Oh,
Thank you.
what you made to say?
Thank you so much.
What type of I'm gonna be real, man. Yeah, I could see why she thinks she got an easy mark. Apparently she effed around and found out though. But even the way you greeting her and everything, it's it's not smooth at all. It's coming off real bellboyish. And that's not how you want to charm somebody on the first impression. The first impression is very important. And you coming off like a bellboy. So that's that's why I guess she felt emboldened to say you was going to take her on a shopping spree. If that's allegedly what she said, that's what the caption said.
What you made to say?
Thank you so much.
It's not coming off romantic.
Whew. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. I'm good.
I am super excited.
Exactly, I'm glad you made it safe. Everything is good.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, ready to go to the, stop by go to the house and get you settled in and stuff.
I'm ready.
Yeah, this is weird, man. This is weird. This is a weird vibe. It's very friendly too. And he ain't making no eye contact or nothing. He nervous. And or did see she's talking about how he's shorter than she expected. The way he's coming off, either he's nervous or she ain't what he expected. See, she ain't never fathomed the possibility of that. That you're that you don't have much bargaining chips yourself. Like he might not be sold on you. You might need to pick your words wisely. The way he's not even really, you know, engaging with her or trying to connect with her at all.
Get you settled in and stuff.
I'm ready. I am ready. I am super excited. So, I was thinking
Uh-oh.
that maybe we can stop by South Park.
I'm guessing that's a mall.
Stop by South Park for what?
I seen some red bottoms that I liked. So,
Oh wow.
Some red bottoms.
yeah. So I'm thinking we could probably stop by the mall first and
These chicks are so bold, some of these chicks. And see, look how she tried to do it too. And notice, you remember when I said both sides is trying to capitalize off their leverage in these situations. So he done already put some skin in the game by flying her out there to begin with. He's already paid for the ticket and she's there. And so now She's trying to get some more investment and ultimately just trying to get something up front too. You notice because she already basically mentioned, not really feeling this dude. So now it's only two things that could be true. One is she wants to get as much stuff before she then just acts like, this vibe isn't really working for me, but I'm gonna take my red bottoms and I think I'm gonna just go back home. Or two, she still will do whatever strange for whatever. But now she's like, but for me to do this with you, I gotta get a lot of stuff and I gotta make this, I gotta make this situation work for me. Whatever. So I don't know what she's trying to get at, but by the look on his face, he's not as green as I might have initially perceived.
Some red bottoms.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we could probably stop by the mall first and
No, that's not. Stop by the mall, fool. Like you ready to go? You want to go shopping?
There you go.
yeah.
That's not
Why are
like
you
what
driving?
the plan
Hold on,
was
hold
for you
on.
coming down. Like you flying down here to see me.
What do you mean that's not the plans? I mean, you said this was all inclusive.
Brother, hold on. Slow your roll. Pump your brakes. Why are you driving? No, we need to hash this out before we move any further. You're still in plain sight, got all the cameras around. Because this might just need to stop right here. And you might just need to cut your losses. I don't know why he's about to go drive. Because that, for me, that would have been a stop the record. What? Oh, wow. I would have to then evaluate myself too. Like, dang, what was I giving off to where she had the mitigated gall to say that to me? I'd have to really reevaluate. I'm like, dang, I done got soft in my old age.
Flying down here to see me.
What do you mean that's not the plans? I mean, you said this was all inclusive, flights.
Yeah, like to bring you down to meet, not for. Whoa. No. That's not what this was about. This for you to come down here to meet me. We've been talking for a while online, so I said I'd fly you out, you know what I'm saying, to come down, but it wasn't supposed to be no swipes and all that type stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm so confused.
I'm confused too.
And also,
She gonna gaslight him? How you confused if you didn't never brought it up to begin with? Talking about I'm so confused.
I'm confused too.
And also, I forgot to tell you, by the way, that my homegirl is coming into town, so I thought she could also hang out with us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cause this ain't making any sense. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you back off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm about to let you back out because you talking about you already starting to trip off wrong swipes and meeting your homegirl.
Let me out for what? Are you serious?
Not to mention she's recording you. That would have definitely. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, thank you. I'd have said thank you. And really, I'd have started recording too. But yeah, you're doing the right thing.
Is he serious right now? Are you serious?
Yeah, you can get out. Let me help you unbuckle this
I
real
am
quick.
not How
Come
much?
on, because these people at the airport, they be like on it. Come on.
How you get flown out, ladies?
Obligated to give up that cat.
Nah, for real. You think I'm gonna fly you out and
He left her at the airport for not ...
nah, for real. You think I'm gonna fly you out and not get no pussy? Are you crazy?
Oh,
You can stay right here. I told you that. I'm a creep.
yeah, you are, bro. To just say something like that out loud like that. That's wild. Yeah.
Stay right here. I told you that. I'm a creep.
Well, listen, I just feel like if I flew you out, you should already know, like, you obligated to give up that cat. What you gonna do? Let me know right now, because you could give it up. You go get a little motel. You can give it up. We can get on the flight. Or I'm just take my ass home.
Yeah, some of y'all ladies going out bad though, because I'm not going to lie. Again, if you get your butt on that flight, I kind of don't know what to tell you if this is the disrespect and the sentiment that you get, because What did you expect? Why did you even do that? Why are you taking these type of chances, staying with men that you don't know who the heck they are? They could F around and be Ted Bundy for all you know. And again, now listen, I'm not acting like I don't know what's going on out here, and I don't know that this is the way things are, and it's the convenience of everything. I'm not acting like I don't understand what's going on. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm tired of just acting like y'all are just don't understand normal things. I don't know what you're expecting. You go and meet a stranger and get flew out and then stay at their house you don't know them, and they're spending money and all this type of stuff. I really think that the best practice should really be you don't expect anybody to spend any money because you don't want to feel like you owe anything. I really think that that's really how things should work. And especially in situations like this, where you're deciding to take such logistical risks. It's a lot of logistics to this, a lot of things going on. I definitely think on these things, you don't want to feel like you're indebted to anybody. And that should be the approach. If it's that deep, I'm not going to say let a zip code or an area code stop you from finding your person, especially in these times, if there really is some type of connection. But you got to make sure that you're doing it in a way that represents your character. And so if you decide to do what all the harlots are doing, then you get lumped into that category. If you're standing too close, we don't know who's who. So you're getting treated like that because ultimately that's how you're moving. As well as, I'm gonna be real, bonded in public, you're still fitting the description. I'm just being real. Still, what do you expect?
We can get on the flight, or I'm just take my ass home and you're gonna have to figure that shit out.
We need to be smarter than that. Oh, you want the cookie? Because what? You flew me out because you paid for a plane ticket? Bet. I have my own money. I'm going to go book my own hotel room,
Yeah,
be on my own vacation.
there you go.
Sayonara, bye. I don't need you. Know your worth, know your value, and stop giving your time and your energy to someone who's going to play in your face. Because at the end of the day, we women have so much more to lose. And let this be a lesson to always have your own money.
Nah, for real. You think
I don't know about that. I don't know if you're talking about so much more to lose. I think that the guys are typically having more to lose because they're dishing out up front. If we're just being honest, I don't know what you have to lose. What you're talking about having to lose is just you paying for yourself after the fact, but then still getting a vacation. You're still going to take advantage of it. So you really didn't lose anything. If you ask me, I think if the guy paid for the flight, he would actually lose logically and factually, especially since they're doing it up front. But again, I think she's right as far as, for one, do it your way and fund it yourself if that's really what you want to do. And you want to take an exploratory trip to get to know somebody and see if there's alignment. But what I've been seeing and what I've been noticing from a lot of these clips is a lot of these people are doing it and they're actually broke. So for one, why do you get to take a trip and you're broke? But then two, why would you even take that risk? And you and it is a risk. It's such a risk. If things don't work out, which we're talking about, I mean, we see it happen all the time. It's people having kids that can't even stay together. So what make you think a person that you just met online that you ain't never really met before, that things can't end up in turmoil and you all end up having a volatile interaction once y'all ultimately meet? What makes you think that can't happen? So then why are you taking the trip and you don't have any money saved? Is what I ultimately want to understand. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I'm a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So for that reason, it's usually best practice to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also, if you want to become a member of the channel, join buttons on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments, where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, join buttons on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.